What's going on, water signs? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your collective elemental message. For those of y'all who are new here, my name is Shani. This is Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. I upload collective zodiac messages for you all throughout the week. However, Fridays are the days where we do elemental collective messages. If that is something that you are interested in keeping up with, please do make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Keep in mind that these are general messages, so they may or may not resonate with each of you each and every time. However, if you ever need more clarification, confirmation, guidance, assistance, or support with your own personal energy, feel free to click the link in the description area and book your one-on-one session or service, okay? Now, with that being said, we are about to get into the energies of you, your person, and then the overall energy. So let's see what Spirit has for you today. All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know their hearts, you know their situations. Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for me to be able to deliver the message in a way that it can be received with an open mind and an open heart? I also ask that you give me the words to articulate this message as best as I can, as well as clear anything standing in the way of their clarification, confirmation, transformation, and healing at this time. Ashe. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get into it. Spirit, what is the energy of our water sign? Can you give us our water sign's energy? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we'll start with that. So this shows up in the reverse. However, when it's the first card, I always put it in the upright. Underneath it all, tapping into your intuition, okay? You paying attention. How can I say this? Tapping into your inner child and paying attention to your intuition. Look, loving yourself unconditionally, really just understanding, understanding who you are, and that all that you do and all that you have done has already been governed by Spirit, right? When it comes to you, like, those things that you may be attached to where you like, damn, I need to let this go, right? Like, I need to stop, like, this has to go. I got to stop doing this, whether it's a toxic relationship, toxic habit, way of being, something. There's something there where it's like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I got to let it go. Like, I just got to let it go, right? You're being guided in a way to actually overcome that without having to judge yourself. Like, realizing, recognizing, and understanding that everything happens exactly how it's supposed to. It's all a part of your journey, baby. It's all a part of your growth, okay? And then what seems to be happening is that it's showing up in how you view yourself personally, and then it's going to overflow into your relationships about how you think about yourself when it comes to you and how you operate in your relationships or your connections or your partnerships with other people, okay? So that was just underneath it all. We are going to get into what we do have on the table, okay? Starting with the Six of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Princess of Cups. And then you also have the Empress in reverse. Okay, so your energy within this connection is very much so given pretty much like what I was explaining about you being too hard on yourself, you being too, whether it's you be aggressive, really not showing yourself the compassion, the forgiveness, the care that you desire or require to have, right? This is not somebody else's job. This is the job of you. So when you show up and you treat you a certain type of way, you kind of put yourself in a position to be treated that way from other people. And then when you're being treated that way from or by other people, you're not in a position to where you're recognizing that you do this to yourself also, because you're so focused on what they're doing or what they're not doing to and or for you. You understand what I'm explaining? Which takes you out of sitting in your Empress energy, from knowing like how you can be so nurturing, how you can actually be so loving, how you can just really choose to operate in your femininity if you choose to, right? And this is again, no gender specific. However, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us, and it's a balance, you know. So you don't have to always be on go mode. You don't always, like, take some time to cater to yourself. Take some time to actually, like, love on yourself, to pour into yourself. The things that you show up and you think, oh, they supposed to, I expect them to do this, and I expect them to be this way and to do that, and la 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 la, right? Whatever the fuck it is. You start showing up and doing those things for yourself, regardless of if anybody else is doing them or not. That way you can put yourself in a position to really, like, be able to identify, do I even want to deal with it? Like, they're not helping, they're not producing anything. They're not, like, you know, we're no longer in alignment. When I start loving on myself and pouring into myself, maybe some people might even seem like they're getting irritated and annoyed because you're doing more for yourself than you're doing for anybody else. That's not your problem. That's not your issue. That's not your concern. Start pouring into yourself, trusting yourself, loving yourself, being yourself, appreciating yourself, letting you be your fucking self. Do you understand? That is what I need from you right now, water signs. Pisces, Cancers, Scorpios. It felt like something was there, but nothing didn't show up to be there. Spirit, can we have the energy of the person that they are connected to? Can we have the energy of the person that they are connected to? I seen him move too. The energy of your person, look, underneath it all, right? Y'all probably are one of the same individuals, because the underneath it all, it's like they're expecting other people to pour into them more than they're able to pour into themselves, right? So this is something that y'all both may be battling with within y'all own self. Like, and if y'all are already connected, you're possibly noticing this, but this is why I'm so big on reflections, right? And if you're not connected with your person, you see them and you're watching them operate, pay attention to the things that they do, and not to judge them, but just to become more aware of, like, damn, do they really love themselves? Because if a person don't genuinely love themselves, baby, they will not show up and love you any more than they love themselves. But because what you may be attracted to on the outside, you may get caught up in some shit that you don't even really want to be a part of, right? So be mindful, be open, be aware, please. And that's just the underneath it all energy. Oh, let's go deeper into it. Why don't we? Okay. The two of Cups in reverse popped up first, okay? And then you have this Chariot in reverse, which is talking about them holding on to some type of, like, traditionalism, traditional ways of being and things of that nature. Not allowing themselves to really identify and process their emotions, right? So they really holding on to some shit. Okay, and it's not allowing them to recognize how strong they are, how powerful they are, that pretty much, like, what's going on in the inside of an individual is what will be reflected in their external reality type shit, okay? Not even being willing to take, like, the small steps. Not being, like, whether it's being afraid, not recognizing, okay? With the Queen of Swords is because they're too worried about what other people may think or how other people may feel about how they show up with them being who they are. But again, it's not necessarily what other people are really thinking. It's what they think other people may be thinking, which then puts them in a whole place of thinking some whole other shit themselves. But again, that was going a little deeper than I wanted to underneath it all. On the table, we got the Prince of Swords, you got the Nine of Swords, and then you have the Devil card. This could be like somebody with a lot of air energy, right? Since the two swords popped up, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It does not necessarily have to be, but with those swords energy showing up as much, it's possible. Or a Capricorn, okay? Or a Capricorn. Big Capricorn energy with this Devil right here. So, did I already show y'all these cards? I don't think I did. This is my second time doing that. My bad. So for them, we got the Princess of Swords the Prince of Swords that comes up. We have the Nine of Swords that come up. Okay. And then we have the Devil card that shows up. All right. They do a whole lot of thinking. Okay, they do a whole lot of thinking, like letting their thoughts pull them every which way. And I'm saying that based on the Prince of Swords, right? They don't understand that they have the ability to cut these thoughts off. They don't understand that they have the ability to let these thoughts go. And because they're constantly holding on to them for whatever reason, it's causing themselves a lot of mental anguish, like a lot of mental shit, unnecessary stuff. I don't know. I mean, I know what it's causing, but it's how do I describe this to you, you know? So let me show you. On this card, you have swords. From the swords are, remember, about the mind. And then you have these blood drops that are coming from. So when you have blood coming out of something, this is taking the energy away. This is becoming more draining, more exhausting, more fatigue, more, you know what I'm explaining? Those type of things. So, but it starts from a mental space. With this devil card here popping up like this could very much so be them just being connected or attached in a sexual way, or in a materialistic way, or something of that sort. But again, they've been so in their mind, and they've been in their mind. Like, this is not just like something that's popped up, something that's been new. They could have been, they can be in the position where they feel though as they're playing mind games with you, but at the end of the day, they end up playing mind games like with themselves, right? And that's why they're getting so like confused, because damn, is it even really working? Shit, I thought that I was fucking playing they asses, and I ended up playing myself. And that's typically generally how it goes. You know, you get out what you put in, you get in what you put out type shit. So more power to them. But because and this is where those mind games come in for you. Like, you may be feeling like you're not good enough, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. This is why you're being so hard on yourself. This is why you're not really operating your Empress energy, knowing how nurturing you are. Like, I mean, it has something to do with you, but it's pretty much because you're just fucking wanting to make them feel like they're the shit, that you don't even recognize how much of the shit you are your goddamn self. Spirit, what is the overall energy? Can I have the overall energy cards to identify the overall energy of the situation at hand? Thank you. I could see that. I could feel that. You have the Seven of Wands, you have the Universe, and then you have the Ace of Swords. Underneath it all, there's the Priestess in reverse. And she's more so like paying attention to the arguments, the inconsistencies, like paying attention to people's flaws. You know how you can be a person, or you can be dealing with a person who only calls out all the negative shit or the bad shit or the things they want to criticize you about, like constant criticism, right? That's what that card gives off. But going into the energy, on the table, you got the Seven of Wands. Okay, this is clearly indicating like some type of combative energy, right? Like some bumping head type of energy. Like, you can be thinking that you're doing something good, or that you're doing something like beneficial for this person to make them happy, and then they still don't be satisfied with it, and vice versa. They can try to show up and do something for you, or where it's just always something where it's like a clash, right? This clashing energy that's always popping up. And then you have the Universe card, which is talking about like some type of cycle coming to an end, being able to see things from a more high vibrational place, right? Allowing things to be what they are, understanding that the universe plays a role in everything, and everything happens exactly how it's supposed to, right? And then we have the Ace of Swords. Yes, the Ace of Swords in reverse. So this is talking about gaining more clarity, being more precise, more clear on what it is that you actually want, because again, it's still focusing on that low vibrational energy when it's pointing downward, right? Y'all was the first ones that I broke those cards down like that for, so listen, I don't know, but I have not done that for nobody doing these type of readings. The Seven of Wands, again, the Universe, and the Ace of Swords. collectively, it's like this. It's like the reason why y'all bump heads, the reason why things be going sour, the reason why things be seeming like, they always, like, y'all always at each other's throats or always going against each other, or nobody can't ever do nothing right. You don't feel like they can do something right. They don't feel like you can do something right. It's really given, like, it's time for y'all to recognize, like, what the fuck y'all actually do want. Like, if you're paying attention to and you're operating in the things that you claim that you do not want, the only person who can change that is you on an individual level. You cannot force this person on the outside to think how you think, to be able to understand where you may be coming from, because y'all haven't had this, y'all wasn't brought up the same. The thought process ain't the same. The experiences throughout life are not the same. The lessons have not been the same. You understand what I'm explaining? So now it's putting y'all both in a position individually and possibly collectively to say, like, what is it that I really want? Because with this Ace of Swords in reverse, nobody in this situation knows what they actually want. Nobody knows, like, y'all not identifying what y'all really want. You so busy being hard on yourself. They too busy being stuck in survival mode type shit, which is both of y'all being in survival mode just in different ways. And it's giving everything that it needs to give. I'm trying to tell you. Underneath it all some more, like I said, we had the High Priestess, and then you got the Eight of Cups. This is talking about emotional detachment, right? The expectations that show up, the expectations within both of y'all. Y'all are expecting things to go a particular way, but are you willing to give what you're wanting to receive, right? And are you willing to receive what you're willing to give? Okay, having these pulling shit from your past, like you're comparing this situation in some way, shape, form, or fashion, y'all both, right? In one way or another, you're pulling things from your past and you're wanting to project them into you, or pull them into your present and then project them into your future. And then you don't realize that this is the reason why you're battling with yourself. Not collect both of y'all battling with y'allself, and that's why this Seven of Wands pops up, and then it be seeming like y'all going against each other. No, you're going against yourself first, because you're going against what you truly believe in or what you truly feel. You're afraid to let some stuff go. Dude, listen, Linda. Just get clear. Like, be willing to have those uncomfortable conversations that actually need to be had in order for y'all to be able to understand, overstand each other better than you ever have been before. And it's okay if it don't work out. Like, y'all could be probably better off as friends. Not saying that y'all need to be, but again, have these conversations so that y'all can be honest with yourselves first, and then be honest with each other about how you're going to move forward in the situation, for better or for worse. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope it does. No, I don't be singing, y'all. But yeah, so water signs, this is the message that I have for you. I definitely hope that it assisted you in some type of way, shape, or form, brought you some type of clarification or confirmation or something, anything. If you need more assistance with this energy on your own personal level, please do make sure that you click the link in the description area and you schedule your private session via phone call or Zoom. With that being said, I do appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.